Hi, I've been using a little mini camera, sort of, a GoPro type camera for a few videos recently, especially tutorials. So I thought I'd just have a quick go of showing you a couple of different ways of attaching your GoPros or your mini cameras to your ukuleles. So you can see the camera on this Kmise ukulele at the minute. It's been on one of my flight ukes recently, and I've put it on a bass uke. So what I shall do in a moment is show you first of all how to fit it this way. Now this is looking straight down the fingerboard at the minute, okay? I do it slightly differently when I'm doing tutorials. Because I want the camera slightly off the uke a little bit more, looking better at my fingerboard. And as I said, I've got another way, because this is a slotted head uke, so is my flight, and these don't sit brilliantly on normal heads of ukes. I should add as well, all of these bits on this fitting here came with the camera. I didn't have to buy anything extra particularly to fit to the ukulele. So I've moved the uke over here just to make it a bit easier to maneuver and take this off to show you. As I said, it's not a real GoPro, it's a cheaper version, the Kmise EK7000 Pro, round about the £50 mark. It comes with loads of little attachments and things as well. So I haven't had to buy anything extra to do this today. So I'm just going to remove the camera for a minute. There you are. It really is very small, very diddy, very light. I have actually tried putting a phone on the end of ukes in the past, and it's just the weight of it. But this, even combined with all the attachments, is really quite light. So how am I actually attaching this to the ukulele? There you can see the frame now of it without the actual camera in. Now this is a slotted headstock, okay? So I will attempt to take it apart in a minute, but basically the strap goes in between the pegs. It does fit. It fits on my flight slotted heads as well, and on my bass ukuleles, just because of the bigger gap with the pegs. All right, this doesn't fit very well on the non-slotted headstocks, because obviously you've got the pegs sticking up. Okay, so I'm just going to remove this from here now. It really is quite simple. All right, so it's a Velcro strap around there. I take that off and it just comes straight off. All right, so that's, or rather those are the attachments that I'm finding work. I did watch a few videos of various people strapping GoPro cameras to various things, but this is the one that I found worked the best on the ukulele. I do add, or I have added, another attachment as well, just so that I can pull the camera off the uke a little bit. All right, but that is, all of that came with the camera. This extra little bit was just something I had around the house from doing lighting and things, but it's basically a ball joint connector. This is a bit where it can all go wrong. I'm going to attempt to take it apart so you can see the different bits that I've used, and then put it back together again. I'm guessing the taking apart will be the easy bit. So the first bit, this is the bit that actually holds the camera. Okay, so that just comes off like so. I'm going to put it in an order, that might help. Then the next bit I'm going to remove is the bit that actually holds the frame on. So these are just, you undo them like so, and you pull that out. So that is, in case you need to see it closer, that part. Okay, let's put that there for a moment. And then the next one is a very similar, let's go like that, type of attachment with a screw, but the part itself is a slotted part for that to sit into. So if I pull that one off, okay, so that is one of those joints. All right, you can see there. Okay, hang on, let's go like that, one of those. Okay, so the next bit I'm going to do is just remove this bit of the strap for a minute. All right, because I need to get to this bit, and at the back there are sort of little clips. It can be a bit fiddly, so bear with me. Oh, hang on. Okay, so we've got that fit in. And then we're left with this bottom bit, okay? And the strap just goes through like it would any other holder. I've left this bit on for now because there is actually a sticky pad under there as well. And when I just want it resting on top of the uke, it's certainly not, it hasn't caused any damage at all, but it just makes it nice and easy to remove. So those are the different parts that I've used to actually hold the camera onto the ukulele. Right, the fun bit, trying to put it back. I can't guarantee this will go smoothly, but we'll have a go. So, going the opposite order now. I go, this needs to fit onto here. No, see, I've done it wrong already. All right, it's got to be so that I can actually put the other screw into it. So I think it's that way. All right, make sure I can see it. Thread it through. Then this bit is going to go that way, I believe. Yeah. All right, so all I'm doing is slotting them and then putting the screw back in. All right. I'm lining up the holes as best as I can. There we are. Okay, so that's where we're at the moment. I can probably pull that strap back through there now as well. And then the last bit, the frame itself. Now then, this is where, in this case, I'm going to add the extra bit. So I've got a couple of these, as I said, they came with different various light fittings. I'm going to use this one because it's much smaller. That, just that little bit, weighs definitely more than that, probably with the camera as well. All right, so we're trying to keep it nice and light to sit on top of the uke. So all I'm doing this time is adding this on top. It just gives me that little bit more height and a little bit more flexibility with the ball joint, but it does add a little bit of weight. And then we pop the frame back on the top of that. One of my mistakes that I'm forever making is there's a catch on the top and the bottom, and I'm forever putting it the wrong way around. I may have done it now, and then you've got to do the camera and it won't fit. So before I put the actual fittings back onto the ukulele, I'm just going to make sure that it's all the right way round. Let's grab a uke. So I've got my flight concert uke out this time. So how does this go on? Same as before, it's going to go on the top. Because the slotted heads are nice and flat, there's a space for you to sit it. All right, hopefully, this is fingers crossed, I've got everything the right way around. So that just sits there. And then the strap underneath, through the other side, and I'm just going to pull it. I'm going to make sure it's fairly straight on the uke head, and then pull the rest with the strap round. and it just velcros like so. Now then, because I've got this extra bit, now this is where the fun bit goes, where you think, oh, I've put it on the wrong way around. So first of all, I've got to have it roughly sitting facing, and then here I can actually start to pull things about a little bit more now, because I've got that extra height and width. It's been a long week. Okay, so now with any luck, let's just pull that down a little bit more, but you can see with the ball joint there, I've got a lot more flexibility where the camera is going to sit. And check, yes, I have got it the right way around. Hang on. And these just clip in, there's no catches or switches with this. And then it is really a simple case of switching the camera on and having a look to see what it looks like. Now, I'm going to press and put the camera on now to give you a rough idea. That's exactly how I've just put it on here, but I can then adjust it down a bit more. Okay, I can go out a little bit more with that side. I can go down. All right, and it really is a case of fiddling about with these a little bit. Okay, but you can pretty much get them using all these different bits of fitments to sit wherever you want it to. Now this one, obviously, I've just put this on here now. There we are. Okay, now that's not perfect at all. I would probably do, if I was doing a lesson, I would probably spend a bit more time fiddling with that. Okay, but that's just a really quick way of popping that on there. As I said, if I was using this now for filming properly, I would spend a few more minutes adjusting that extra fitting on the camera. Cue different ukulele. Okay, right, what are we looking at here? So, this. It looks a little bit alien, actually. All right, it's one of these sort of flexible clamps, but they're really, really light, and that's the massive difference. I bought a flexible clamp a few years ago, a metal one, and apart from the fact it ripped the top of my ukulele to shreds, it was just too heavy. This is remarkably light for what it is. It works in exactly the same way. Basically, you'd roughly get the clamp. Now look, no slotted head on this uke, it just sits on the top, okay? And it is quite solid. So, using the different fitments again, I'm going to pull this up a little bit. There's my camera all ready to go in its frame. Let's get it the right way around. And you just... Okay, now you need to have the camera roughly facing the right direction. So you use the screw on here as the final tightening. And then it's just a case, again, of getting it at the right angle. Okay, I'm going to turn the camera on. Once we press record, hopefully you'll be able to see this. Okay, so it's roughly in the right place. This is really flexible. I can pull that up now, turn it back down, okay, and suddenly I can get the fingerboard in that way. By adjusting these bits as well, I could pull that back or push it forward depending which bit I want to use. You can, I'm trying to not knock the camera too much, put it at an angle so you can get some really quite cool shots. Again, it's like the other one, you're going to have to mess about with it a bit, but look, that's a bit mad looking, isn't it? Okay, so pull it that way. I'm just going to try and strum a little bit so you can see. Now, I haven't really looked and set this one up, so I don't actually know what you would have seen then. The actual screens go off for a while. Hopefully, you'll have seen some movement on the ukulele. So that's it. 2 different ways to be able to put your little mini camera or your GoPro camera onto your ukuleles. One using the fittings that tend to come with the cameras, one using one of these clamps. I do hope this has helped if that's what you're looking to do, and you've enjoyed. As always, if you get any comments or questions, please feel free to drop them below. Give us a like if you've enjoyed, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on new videos. Thank you for watching.